After a short but invigorating hike, the world seemed to open up before us. We stood on a small ridge, breathing in the cool, crisp mountain air. Below us, nestled in a breathtakingly green valley, was the village of Taobat. It was a sight that stills the heart and quiets the mind. The scene felt almost unreal, like a painting brought to life. Small wooden houses were scattered across the landscape, their roofs a gentle contrast to the vibrant greens of the fields and forests. The Neelum River, a ribbon of shimmering turquoise, snaked its way through the valley floor, adding a dynamic energy to the serene picture. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated wonder, a reward far greater than our modest trek deserved. My first feeling was one of profound peace. All the noise of the modern world simply faded away, replaced by the gentle murmur of the wind and the distant sound of flowing water. I felt a deep sense of connection to this place, as if I had stumbled upon a corner of the earth that time had gracefully forgotten. The sheer scale of the mountains surrounding the village was humbling. They rose like ancient silent guardians, their peaks touching the clouds. The dense forests that carpeted their lower slopes were a deep, rich emerald, promising hidden wonders and untold stories. Looking down at Taobat, I felt an overwhelming urge to explore every corner of this idyllic sanctuary. The beauty of the scene was not just in its grandeur, but in its details. I could see small footpaths winding between the houses and fields, hinting at the daily lives of the people who called this place home. Smoke curled gently from a few chimneys, a sign of warmth and life within. The entire valley seemed to be cradled by nature, protected and nourished by the mountains and the river. It was clear that this was a place where humanity lived in close harmony with the natural world, a relationship forged over generations. This first view was more than just a beautiful landscape. It was an introduction to a way of life, a powerful and moving experience. As we stood there, soaking it all in, I realized this was the very essence of hidden beauty. It's not something you can easily find on a map or see in a fleeting photograph. It is a feeling, an atmosphere that you must experience firsthand. The air itself seemed cleaner, the colors more vibrant, the silence more profound. This initial glimpse of Taobat was a powerful invitation, promising a journey of discovery into a world of incredible natural splendor and rich cultural heritage. It was the beginning of an adventure into the heart of one of the planet's most stunningly preserved landscapes, a place that captures the imagination and touches the soul. As we descended into the valley, the unique character of Taobat's architecture became wonderfully clear. The houses are masterpieces of local craftsmanship, built almost entirely from wood. This is traditional Kashmiri architecture, perfectly adapted to the mountain environment. The intricate woodwork on the balconies and window frames tells a story of skill passed down through generations. Each house seems to be a living part of the landscape, its dark, weathered timber blending seamlessly with the surrounding forests. These are not just structures, they are homes that breathe with the mountains, built from the very trees that stand guard over the valley. They are a testament to human ingenuity and a deep respect for nature. The clear mountain streams are the lifeblood of this place. They crisscross the landscape, their water so pure and transparent you can see every stone on the riverbed. These streams are not just beautiful, they are essential. They provide fresh drinking water and irrigate the small terraced fields where locals grow their crops. The sound of running water is a constant, soothing companion in Taobat, a gentle melody that underscores the tranquility of the valley. It flows from the high glaciers, bringing life and vitality down to the village, connecting the highest peaks to the heart of the community in a continuous, life-giving cycle. Surrounding the village, the green mountains rise in majestic splendor. Their slopes are covered in dense, dark forests of pine and deodar, creating a stunning visual tapestry. These forests are not just a beautiful backdrop. They are an integral part of the ecosystem. They are home to a rich variety of wildlife, and provide the timber for the beautiful wooden houses that define the village. The sheer density of the trees gives the mountains a powerful presence, making them feel both protective and mysterious. Walking among these ancient giants, you feel a sense of awe and reverence for the raw, untamed power of the natural world. The harmony between the built environment and the natural landscape is what makes Taobat so special. The wooden houses do not impose on the scenery, they complement it. The green fields are carefully carved into the slopes, following the natural contours of the land. The streams are channeled with simple, effective stone walls. Everything here speaks of a relationship built on balance and sustainability. It's a powerful lesson in how humans can live as part of nature, rather than separate from it. This beautiful integration of architecture, agriculture, and wilderness creates a landscape that is both profoundly peaceful and visually spectacular. As you begin to climb higher into Musk Deer National Park, a remarkable transformation occurs. The valley below, which once seemed vast, starts to shrink, and the scale of your surroundings grows ever larger. The views become more expansive, more dramatic. With each step upward, new layers of mountains reveal themselves, stretching to the horizon in shades of blue and grey. The meadows also begin to widen, opening up into vast rolling grasslands dotted with wildflowers. It feels as though the park is expanding around you, revealing its true, magnificent scale. This journey upward is a journey into a wilder, more open world, leaving the intimate confines of the village far below. This park is named for a very special resident, the Himalayan musk deer. These shy, elusive creatures are a treasure of this high-altitude ecosystem. They are rarely seen, preferring the quiet solitude of the dense forests and remote slopes. Knowing they are here, moving silently through the woods, adds a layer of mystery and excitement to the landscape. The park was established to protect these animals and their habitat, a vital conservation effort. For visitors, the mere possibility of spotting one is a thrilling prospect, a reminder of the wild heart that beats within these mountains, hidden from the casual observer. The reactions of new tourists to this place are always a joy to witness. Many people arrive here after long journeys, and their first sight of the park's grandeur often leaves them speechless. I saw faces filled with awe and wonder, people simply standing and staring, trying to take in the immense beauty. For those accustomed to city life, the sheer silence, broken only by the wind, can be a profound experience. There is a universal sense of discovery, of having found a place that is truly special and unspoiled. It is a powerful reminder of why we must protect these wild places for future generations to experience. The higher you climb, the more you feel a sense of solitude and freedom. The air becomes thinner and cleaner, and the world feels simpler. The wide open meadows invite you to walk, to explore, to simply sit and be present in the moment. The landscape is not just something to look at, it is something to be experienced with all your senses. The feeling of the wind on your face, the scent of pine in the air, the sound of your own footsteps on the earth. It all combines to create a deep and lasting connection to this incredible environment. The park is more than a destination. It is a journey of ascent, both physically and spiritually. Venturing a short distance from the main village of Taobat, we discovered an even smaller, more secluded hamlet. This tiny cluster of homes possessed a charm that was utterly captivating. The houses here were built in the same traditional wooden style, but they seemed even more integrated into the land, as if they had grown from the earth itself. Simple wooden fences, weathered by years of sun and snow, marked the boundaries of small gardens and animal pens. There was a sense of self-sufficiency and quiet resilience here. It felt like stepping back in time to a simpler, more fundamental way of life, guided by the seasons and the land. The people of this small community were as much a part of the scenery as the mountains themselves. We saw women tending to their small vegetable patches and men guiding their cattle to pasture. Their movements were unhurried, their faces etched with the stories of a life lived in close connection with their surroundings. Though they were busy with their daily chores, they greeted us with warm, welcoming smiles. There was no pretense here, only a genuine and open spirit. Their presence added a human warmth to the majestic landscape, turning a beautiful view into a living, breathing community that we felt privileged to witness. The cattle are an essential part of life in these high valleys. They provide milk, butter, and cheese, vital sources of sustenance for the local families. Seeing the animals grazing peacefully in the lush green fields was a picturesque sight. They moved slowly, their bells tinkling softly in the quiet air, adding another layer to the valley's gentle soundtrack. The relationship between the people and their animals is one of mutual dependence. The cattle rely on the villagers for care and protection, and the villagers rely on the cattle for their livelihood. It is a timeless bond, a fundamental part of the pastoral life that has sustained these communities for centuries. Exploring this hamlet was a deeply moving experience. It offered a glimpse into a world where life is stripped down to its essentials: family, community, and a deep connection to the land. The charm of this place was not in grand monuments or famous landmarks, but in the quiet dignity of everyday life. The wooden houses, the simple fences, the hard-working people, and their gentle cattle. All of these elements came together to create a scene of profound peace and authenticity. It was a powerful reminder that true beauty often lies in the simplest things, in the honest and enduring relationship between people and their environment. As the day began to draw to a close, we made sure to find a vantage point to watch the sunset over the valley. The experience was nothing short of magical. The setting sun cast a warm, golden light across the entire landscape, transforming the scenery into something ethereal. The peaks of the mountains were bathed in hues of orange, pink, and purple, creating a spectacular display of color. The shadows in the valley grew long, adding depth and drama to the scene. It was a slow, graceful performance, a final breathtaking flourish from the sun before it dipped below the horizon. The world grew quiet, hushed in anticipation of the coming night. Watching the sunset here was an intensely emotional experience. There is something about witnessing the end of the day in such a majestic setting that inspires a sense of deep reflection and gratitude. All the small worries of daily life seemed to melt away in the face of such immense beauty. It felt like a moment of pure connection with the planet, a reminder of the natural rhythms that govern our world. The air grew cooler, and a profound sense of peace settled over the valley. We sat in silence, completely mesmerized by the unfolding spectacle, feeling incredibly small and yet part of something vast and wonderful. After the last colors of the sunset faded from the sky, the night arrived, and with it, a new kind of wonder. Far from the light pollution of cities, the sky above Taobat becomes a brilliant canopy of stars. The sheer number and clarity of the stars were astonishing. The Milky Way stretched across the heavens like a river of faint, shimmering light, a celestial echo of the Neelum River below. Constellations that are often faint or invisible in urban areas shone with incredible brightness. Lying back and looking up at the cosmos was a deeply relaxing and humbling experience, a chance to contemplate our place in the universe. The night was not completely silent. The gentle sound of the river continued its endless journey, and the occasional call of a night animal echoed from the forests. The sky was so dark and the stars so bright that it felt as if you could almost reach out and touch them. Stargazing here is not just an activity, it is a form of meditation. It quiets the mind and fills the soul with a sense of wonder. The combination of the spectacular sunset and the brilliant night sky made for an unforgettable evening, a perfect conclusion to a day spent exploring one of the most beautiful places on Earth. The next morning, we returned to the same area, the early light painting the valley in soft, gentle colors. Near the main village, there is a well-known wooden bridge that spans the Neelum River. For many visitors, this bridge is the final destination of their journey. They come, take photographs, and then turn back, satisfied with their glimpse of Taobat's beauty. It is indeed a picturesque spot, offering a lovely view of the river and the surrounding houses. However, to stop here is to miss the true heart of this incredible region. The bridge is not an endpoint, it is a gateway. I felt a strong pull to go further, to see what lay beyond the well-trodden path. I wanted to invite the reader, and indeed myself, to step across that bridge and explore the less visited side of the valley. True adventure often begins where the crowds end. The real secrets of a place are rarely found in its most popular spots. They are hidden in the quiet corners, up the untraveled paths, and across the rushing rivers. By encouraging people to venture beyond the familiar, we open up the possibility of deeper discovery and a more authentic connection with the landscape and its people. The real journey was just beginning. As we crossed the bridge and continued our trek, the landscape began to reveal even more of its treasures. We were heading towards places that few tourists ever see. Mysterious caves hidden in the hillsides, vast meadows untouched by development, and powerful waterfalls thundering down from the mountains. This is where the raw, untamed beauty of the national park truly shines. The path became rougher, the wilderness more dense, but the rewards were immense. The air was filled with the scent of damp earth and wildflowers, and the only sounds were the roar of water and the call of birds. This journey beyond the bridge is a metaphor for exploration itself. It is about pushing past the comfortable and the known to discover something new and wonderful. The easy path provides a beautiful view, but the more challenging path leads to profound experiences. The water that flows from the hidden waterfalls and through the secret meadows is the same water that brings life to the entire valley. By following it to its source, we were not just exploring a physical place, we were tracing the very life force of this land, uncovering the deeper magic that makes Taobat so enchanting. As we ventured deeper, the natural highlights of the region unfolded before us in all their glory. The meadows here were even wider and more vibrant, vast carpets of green stretching towards the base of towering snow-dusted mountains. Powerful waterfalls cascaded down sheer rock faces, their spray creating a cool mist that felt refreshing on our skin. The sound was immense, a constant roar that spoke of the immense power of nature. The water from these falls feeds the streams and rivers, a vital source of life for the entire ecosystem. It carves its way through the land, shaping the valleys and nourishing the forests, a dynamic and creative force. We encountered a group of local children playing near a stream. They were filled with a joyful energy, their laughter echoing in the clear mountain air. However, when they saw us and our cameras, a sudden shyness took over. They would peek at us from behind trees or from a safe distance, their curious eyes watching our every move. This mix of curiosity and shyness was incredibly endearing. It was a gentle reminder that we were visitors in their world, a world far removed from our own. Their simple, uninhibited joy in their natural playground was a beautiful thing to witness, a pure expression of a childhood spent in the heart of nature. The Neelum River is the majestic centerpiece of this entire landscape. Its water is a stunning shade of turquoise, a color so vibrant it seems almost unreal. The river is not just beautiful, it is the lifeblood of the community. It provides water for drinking and farming, and its currents are a source of energy and life. For many locals, it is also a source of livelihood. We saw men fishing along its banks, using traditional methods to catch the trout that thrive in its cold, clear waters. The river connects all the villages along its path, a constant presence that has shaped the lives and culture of the people for centuries. Our curiosity was piqued by a mysterious cave we could see on the far side of the river, high up on a cliff face. It looked inaccessible, a dark opening in the rock that ignited our imagination. What secrets did it hold? Was it a home to ancient peoples or a shelter for wildlife? The locals told us of another cave closer by, which they sometimes use as a shelter from sudden storms when they are out with their cattle. These caves add a layer of mystery and intrigue to the landscape. They are a reminder that this land holds many secrets, places that are wild, ancient, and filled with a mysterious charm that calls to the explorer in all of us. My companion was diligently filming these scenes, capturing the grandeur of the mountains and the intimate moments of village life. It is important to document these places, to share their beauty with the world, but a film can only show so much. To truly understand a place like Taobat, you must return to its heart, to the everyday lives of its people. We made our way back to the main village, wanting to look closer at the homes and understand the traditions they represent. The local architecture is more than just functional, it is a cultural statement, a living record of the community's history and its relationship with the land. We sought out one of the oldest houses in the village, a beautiful structure said to be over 100 years old. We were warmly welcomed by its resident, an elderly man with a kind face and eyes that held a lifetime of stories. He invited us inside, and we sat with him, sharing a cup of tea. The interior of the house was just as remarkable as the exterior, with hand-carved wooden pillars and beams darkened by a century of smoke from the hearth. He spoke to us about his family's history, how his grandfather had built this very house with his own hands, using timber from the surrounding forest. He told us about the local culture, the festivals, the songs, and the stories that have been passed down through generations. He also spoke of the challenges they face today. Life in this remote valley is not easy. The winters are long and harsh, and access to modern services like healthcare and education is limited. Despite these hardships, he spoke with a sense of pride and a deep love for his home. His resilience was inspiring. He and his community work incredibly hard, relying on their traditional knowledge and strong community bonds to thrive in this challenging yet beautiful environment. It is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. As we left his home, I was filled with a profound appreciation for the people of Taobat. Their warmth and hospitality were as memorable as the stunning landscapes. They are the guardians of this place, their lives interwoven with its history and its future. Their traditions, their architecture, and their deep emotional connection to the land are a precious heritage. It is a heritage built on resilience, community, and a harmonious relationship with nature. Missing these places and the stories of their people is a great loss, for they teach us a valuable lesson about a way of life that is both sustainable and deeply meaningful.